Hello and welcome to Titanium Taurus Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Pisces, okay? So this is for any planet or star you have in your chart under Pisces. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out, alright? And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms because everyone knows I was a cross-watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I will mention my decks as I utilize them. And with that being said, my gorgeous Pisces, let's get into your cards. Okay? Yeah. So, why you do this to me? Please, angels and guides, anyone of the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And you have Six of Spring pointing towards the left. Okay. With the World card at the bottom of the deck. I know for sure that this came out in Cancer's reading. I think it did. It might have also come out in Cancer's, Pisces, in Scorpio's reading. So I mean, there's some movement for all my earth water signs. I had my second dose, so I'm just like in and out, kind of weighing on me just a tad, you know. So please, angels and guides, anyone with the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And you got the Prince of Winter with the Ace of Winter at the bottom of the deck. Excuse me. Stop. I'm in slow motion today. So Ace of Winter, as well as the Fool, the Dreamer, and the Six of Autumn. Nice. Don't you fall on me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. Okay. Are you telling someone not to cry for you? That just came to mind, so it must be relevant. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends. And you got the Awakening card. I know for certain that Scorpio got this card. Yeah. With the Ten of Autumn at the bottom of the deck. Ooh la la. As well as a Chariot. Oh, nice. Pisces, you're lucky. Well, all the water signs are lucky this week. This coming week, whenever you watch this. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends. And you got the Seven of Spring with the Nine of Summer. Interesting dilemma. And then you have the Three of Autumn and the Strength card. Why? Simple messages, people. Simple messages. I kid you. I'm gonna read them all because that's what I do. But I'm like, why? Okay, so now I will. So I used Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck. Now I'm using Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. Okay, to clarify. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends. Why is this 6 of spring pointing towards the left as well as having the world card behind it? Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, please come forward and share. And you got, I did it again. Jesus. I'm not looking at, because this deck, if you turn it around, they still look like faces, so you don't know which side's which. So this has been the second time I've utilized the deck backwards. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message. Okay. And we have Geo the Slow in the reverse. It flew out. Geo the Slow in the reverse. As well as the fairy godmother and the sage. Das ist gut. As well as the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Alright, I'm gonna stop. And Ecstasis. And the Singer of Courage. Okay, that's it for this set. I'm getting annoyed with myself. Alright, so first card for the second set is the Prince of Winter. You got the Ace of Winter next, the Dreamer, and the Six of Autumn. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, please come forward and share why all these cards for the third set. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, why all these cards for the second set. And you got Gotcha, surprise, as well as the Singer of Healing at the bottom of the deck, followed by Talon the Poet. Yep. Okay. And I had the Singer of Initiation try to pop out. Then there's Mickle and Muckle. Alright. I'm gonna stop pulling cards, because I'll also not finish. Okay, so for the third set, you have the Awakening, the Ten of Autumn, and the Chariot. Ooh, we're moving. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, please come forward and share why all these cards are here for the third set. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you have Fafi, Faf the Footer. I like to nickname him Fafi. Then you have Heal the Fairy Sword at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Undressing of a Salad, and Shiv the Crutch, and the Journeyman, and the Singer of Intuition. Okay, I stop. And the Lamb. Oh, and Sylvanus in the reverse. I thought I put them not bright. Alrighty then. Okay, so now for the fourth set, you have the Seven of Winter, the Nine of Summer, the Three of Autumn, and the Strength card. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Piscean friends, please come forward and share why all these cards are here for the fourth set. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you have Fairy Guide. Yep. With Pohariel the Water at the bottom of the deck, as well as, oh, that gnome behind that. Alright. I could add P Lion for good measure. Alright. So, you're reading my Piscean friends. No. Okay. So the first card you guys got is the Six of Spring pointing towards the left. Now, cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they're happening slowly or they happened in the past. Alright. So for those for whom this has happened in the past, you received wonderful news Alright, you made smart choices that bring rewards. You also were recognized publicly for your success. Right? Then you have the World. Now the World card is a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. When I see this card, I think of the hummingbird, who can fly in any direction it wants. And the hummingbird is one of the most joyous birds, high vibe birds there is. So, I mean, she's good, yeah. Now, the cards clarifying that, alright? Number 1 is Geo the Slow in the reverse. So things, unnecessary delays of ever stalling may like guidance here. Well, I would think that Geo the Slow in the reverse would be Geo the Slow. At least things are not moving slowly this week. Apparently you need some guidance. So things aren't moving slow, but you need some guidance nonetheless, you know. Then you have the Fairy Godmother. Now the Fairy Godmother talks of gifts, talents, grace, helpful lessons. So you have learned something very useful that is going to come in quite handy in regards to this Geo the Slow in the reverse. Then you have the Sage. Now the Sage talks of wisdom, hidden knowledge, retreat, old age, patience. I feel like this is going to, you're going to figure this out little by little. Because if things aren't moving slow, things are moving too fast, and you need some guidance for what you're going to do next, that will in fact teach you a lesson about why it's important sometimes to actually take your time and ponder things and not rush into stuff, right? Then you have the Fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Now this card is the happiest card in this deck, okay? Because I know the Sun card is the happiest card in tarot. This is the happiest card in this deck. So once you figure out that you should, once you learn the lesson of you should take your time, things I feel are going to go much better. Yes. For y'all. Then you have ecstasis. Now ecstasis talks of ecstasy, joy, rapture, motivation. So once you take your time to learn about things and complete cycles and whatnot, that will bring you a ton of joy. Super joyful. Next you have the Singer of Courage. Now the Singer of Courage talks of bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. So, but I feel like this, taking your time and taking a respite, taking a moment for yourself to really see what you should be doing next is going to take it's going to demand a lot of energy from you because you're not used to it, right? And the reason why you're not used to it, you or someone you're dealing with, I must say, is not used to it, is because you or that person has, or the crosswatcher, has the Prince of Winter energy. Now the Prince of Winter, okay, it talks of intellectual, determined, focused, impulsive. So you don't really think things through. What was I saying? Geo the Slow. What was it? So we have sublimation of fear. It's going to take some time because, I mean, if you or the person that you're dealing with is currently being the Prince of Winter, they're impulsive. So I don't think they really take much time to think about their next step. And that might be a hindrance to them, Next you have the Ace of Winter. Now, the Ace of Winter is don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately, amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So, as much as you're used to doing things one way, in an impulsive way, if you get the thought, if you get the idea that, hey, I should slow down a bit, I think you should. You know? Take a moment for yourself. And as you take a moment, you will be able to tap into the Fool energy. Now, the Fool in this deck is called the Dreamer. And, yeah, so being able to start something new without... Well, it's kind of the impulsive side of the Prince of Winter. And what the Ace of Winter is talking about, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. You should act with everything as if there's something new and that you'll learn a lot from. I hope that makes some sense. Then you have the Six of Autumn. And by doing this, you'll be able to tap into reciprocity, sharing. See, this card says, the good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. So things are looking up for you. And the cards clarifying that are, gotcha, surprise! It's gonna be a shock. Shock at how easily you're able to move to sharing with others. Then you have the Singer of Healing. Now that the act of sharing is going to be very healing for you. Not just your body, but of healing for your mind, your thoughts, and your soul. Okay? Now, then you have Taum the Poet. Now, Taum, the poet, talks of erotic energy, laughter, not getting into serious mischief, clear sight, and poetry. I feel like what stands out to me is the clear sight word. Though depending on where you are in your process, this might be different for you guys, so stick it as it resonates. But I would say clear sight. Right? That might be the eternal optimist in me. But I much prefer viewing things as a glass half full, than a glass half empty. Next, you have the Singer of Initiation. Now, the Singer of Initiation, alright, talks of passage through trial, triumph, new level. So, becoming the Fool and beginning something new, taking up this new idea that came to you with the Ace of Winter and utilizing it to the best of your ability will allow you to move into the Six of Autumn, which is you embodying a new energy, and which is the energy of sharing. Okay? Now, the next card you have is Mickle and Muckle. Now, what that will allow you to do is to tap into, be able to see the blessings that you have in your daily life. And due to that, okay, you'll be able to be in a much more happier state of mind. Okay, next you have the Awakening card. Now, the Awakening card is the Hanged Man in this deck. It says, change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in action. Yeah. Things are moving forward. Well, you are allowing yourself to see things differently for them to move forward. Okay, next you have the Ten of Autumn. Now, the Ten of Autumn, okay, talks of take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. So, I feel like that the thing for which you are taking another perspective is what you should be doing in regards to your family's riches. Next. Right? And then the next card is once you do reorganize how you're going to proceed with your family's riches, you will be able to move forward much more quickly with the Chariot card. Now this card is the Cancer card. Okay? My apologies. Cancer card. So this card says success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. So because you've taken a respite and because you are now able to plan your family's financial future, you are then going to move much further, much faster. And that is because you stayed grounded and earthed during this process with Fafi or Faf the Footer. Then you have Hia the Fairy Sword. Now Hia the Fairy Sword talks of active principle, spiritual will, justice, protection. So with this, having thoughts of what you're going to do next, first, your actions will be protected, is what I'm getting. Then you have the Undressing of Salad. Now this card talks of being not unrealistic, but being impossible, seeming impossible, because to everyone else on this card, this dude who's blue is weird because everyone else is brown, right? You know, it's just how we are. We aren't very kind to people who seem different, you know? So you seem, to the people you normally hang out with, you seem bizarre. You come a long way, and they see where you are and they cannot understand how you are here now, right? Then you have She of the Cruach. Now She of the Cruach, alright, talks of the receptive principle, fertility, and nurturing. So this card, alright, talks of you being able to receive all the information, all the input that's coming your way in your reality in order for you to find out what it is you want to you should find out and make the best choice for yourself. Okay, next you have the Journeyman. Now the Journeyman talks of adventure, independence, polishing of skills, and travel. So yes, you look improbable to others, but you are able to pick up on these little cues, and you're like, you know what, I don't really care. I'm still gonna do what I want to do, and if you're not gonna be, you know, on my side, well then I think it's time for us to part ways. Then you have the Singer of Intuition. Now the Singer of Intuition talks of perceptiveness, oracle of powers, and strength. Awareness and trust. So basically, the ideas that are coming to you from the nudges and the ideas that are coming to you from your intuition and so on are what your angels and guides are letting you in on. So that is something that should be looked into. Then you have the Laum. Now the Laum talks of unconditional giving and receiving, right? So unconditionally giving and receiving to the family for whom you are planning a bright financial future. And with that you have Sylvanus. Now Sylvanus, alright, talks of in the reverse, alright, it would be balance, I did have this before. It would be to ask the chief, your intuition, what would be the next steps, because this is something new. You aren't quite used to it, so you have to get used to it. And you need some higher guidance for that. Next, you have, for the fourth set, you have the Seven of Winter, which talks of there is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. So I think that you're stuck with the way that you were trying to plan a wonderful financial future for your family, but now you know that there's something better possible that will allow you to be emotionally content. Alright? And which will also allow you to find what you love to do and gain money out of it. Because the Three of Autumn talks of follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being compensated for your creative talents. You love what you do and you're being compensated for it, which is awesome. Though I feel like it's going to demand some strength on your part, because this is not something that you're used to doing. So you're going to have to set the ground rules for the people around you. Next, you have the Fairy Guidance, which talks of, which is basically your intuition. So I feel like that thing that might seem a little odd for the way that you're gonna create a financially abundant future for your family might not be exactly what they had in mind. So they might be voicing their opinions and it might be annoying you for some reason. Then you have Penelope Dreamweaver, which talks of inspiration, magical dreams, visions. But then you're like, yeah, but this is something that came to me intuitively. So it's of course you don't feel comfortable with it because your higher self is not in alignment with it. But if you let me handle this, it's going to be amazing because I feel comfortable with it. And when you feel comfortable with something, it'll work out perfectly well. Okay. Yep. Then you have Oh That Gnome. And I feel like they're going to give you a little difficulty because they're like, oh, but I'm going to have to change a habit of mine and I don't feel comfortable. And don't make me do this. But then you're like, look, take a chill pill. Allow me to work my magic. And you just wait and see. Give me 2 months and I will make you change your mind. Is what I'm getting. And during those 2 months, okay, you said 2 months because you feel like there is an absolute need to get it right. And for that, there's some element of delayed completion that needs to be addressed in order for you to tidy up loose ends and make sure that the project goes smoothly and swimmingly well so that your family is proud of you and proud of your decision. Alright, so my gorgeous Piscean friends, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my prize. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous Piscean friends, I wish you guys all a very good week and I will see you next time, okay? Bye!